So I already know the answer to this. Have you guys ever felt like you've had to force a conversation with a woman? Have you ever forced a conversation with a woman and felt terrible the whole time and you didn't understand what was going on and you just did not feel like yourself anymore? You felt like you were trapped in this box and it just felt like you being rejected over and over again. Okay, I've been there. How do I know? It's happened to me several times, hundreds of times, if not, or more. I don't know, but a lot. So forcing a conversation, let's start with you. What does it make you feel like? Forcing a conversation feels like you're talking to a wall, or a wall with an ugly face painted on it, looking right at you saying, "Get away from me." A wall that not just feels like you're hitting against something, but something that is actually pulling you down. And, there's so many reasons why you can feel like you're forcing a conversation, but, this is where experience comes into play, okay? So one of the main things that I teach here at My Alpha Empowerment is you always want to prevent things instead of fix things. So preventing something just saves you a lot of hassle, a lot of time, a lot of wasted energy, a lot of wasted negative emotions. And if we can save all that and put it towards the good things, then let's do that. But how do we prevent that forcing feeling? Well, odds are you are too attached to what's happening there. You are too focused on her validating you. And you're also, the other problem with that is you're not actually reading her body language. You see, a lot of times I know that a woman's into me before I even open my mouth. And I can literally feel her saying with her body language, "Come to me, come talk to me, say something to me," okay? And I also know when a woman is, not into me, sorry. And you know what? At that point, all you can really do with a woman like that is basically be an alpha male, talk to other women in the room, and just be the confident guy and let her come to you. Or just have your values so high that her only option is that she has to approach you now. And so you'll never get to this point where you're like lowering your value and just approaching every woman you see. That's like a newbie mistake, okay? When you get better at this stuff, you don't just throw your attention on a platter to these women. You don't just hand it out. You don't hand out free compliments. You don't hand out your validation like you're some desperate little needy guy, all right? You just don't do it. And so odds are you're just not reading these women and you're not coming in with the right vibe. There's so many things going on here that I have to break this all down for you. I can't just say, well, she's just not into you, so just leave. What does that do? How does that really even help you? It doesn't. There's so many things going on here. So her body language, if she's not able to make any eye contact with you, if her body language is facing away from you, if you feel like she's constantly avoiding you, and it's more felt for sure than actually heard with your ears. But that is a clear indicator that you need to maybe face your body language more away from her. And even if you do say something to her, you can't face her head on like this. You can't be like a direct approach and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You have to kind of do it more where you're, if you are going to talk to this woman, you have to do it in a way that you're going to actually kind of over your shoulder be like, "Hey, so this right here, what is this?" Or whatever you're going to say, make it where you're actually kind of headed away from her. You're not fully engaged with her. You're like, I just have a second to talk to you, but I got to run. You have that vibe. You know what I'm saying? So that's for the woman that you might feel like she's fully not showing you interest. She's also very, very high value. And you feel like she's maybe testing you a little bit. That's the kind of body language that you want for yourself. And if she warms up to you, then you can go ahead and start a conversation with her at that point, because now she's shown you that, hey, I'm ready to have a conversation. Then you won't feel like you're talking to the wall because she's warmed up to you. Now, here's the thing though. I'm all about pickup. I'm all about approaching cold. I'm all about getting blown out, getting rejected. So it's going to happen, okay? You have to realize that as well, that this is going to happen. You just have to be numb to it. And here's the other thing. A lot of times you get the wall because you've shown weakness in the conversation. That would probably be the number one reason that you display weakness in conversation. And you are over validating her in the conversation, or you're trying to weasel your way in her life. So all in all, if you're getting it where you feel like you're talking to a wall, you're feeling like it's a forced conversation, it's one of two things for the majority of the time. It is that you didn't read her body language and that you didn't express the confidence to where, she is actually drawn to you before you talk to her. The other reason, and I would say this might be the main reason, because I'm still about approaching women even when you don't feel like it and even when things don't look perfect. I'm all about pushing yourself to the limits and going for it. So the next reason would be that you just appear weak in conversation and that you over-validate her and that you don't know what to say and the right way to say it. And remember, all it takes is one thing to blow you out in a set. If you compliment her right off the bat, if you hit on her, if you make it known that you're super attracted to her, odds are you're going to get the wall. You're going to get that nice, beautiful wall in front of you, all right? Yeah, it's beautiful, but you can't talk to it. It just sucks. There's nothing there. You're talking to a wall, okay? So if you don't know how to get the right vibe with women, if you don't know what to say to a woman in public, I encourage you to purchase my audiobook, My Alpha Formula, and I go in detail with all of those topics. So you can go ahead and learn how to do this. And you will find that you don't have to force conversations anymore. And you'll know the right time to, just leave the set and just don't talk to her anymore and just move on to the next one. Or you'll just know when to keep on pushing and build that attraction and work the set and work your game, and things are going to work out. All that stuff's going to be in my audiobook for you guys to learn. So I encourage you to purchase that today. And one of the best mindsets that you can have is that you expect that every woman is going to be attracted to you, but you're not going to have chemistry and not every woman is going to like you. And that's okay. So you go out with the mindset that everyone likes me, every woman is attracted to me. But of course, I'm not going to get every woman. Of course, not everybody's going to like me. And so that's how you deal with those conversations, that not every single conversation has to be, you get her number. You have to be mature about this, and you have to be realistic that not every girl you approach, you're going to be her boyfriend. You just can't go about it like that. You just have to appreciate the conversation for what it was. Even if it's 2 words, 2 sentences, whatever it might be. It could be just that you make her laugh and then you get out of there. It's just a good experience. So guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video today. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click that link above me or in the description box below. That will take you right over to my website where you can purchase my new audiobook called My Alpha Formula. And in this audiobook, like I said, you're going to learn how to become your best alpha male from the inside out. And you will learn how you don't have to force conversations with women anymore. You guys have a great day. Be empowered.